each and every lens are being designed carefully by Sigma for different consumers. At the end of the day, the optical performance is something which Sigma hasn't compromised with.
With regards to Sigma, they have multiple options at all levels.
The lens has a metal lens hood, man. Like, I don't see any other manufacturer doing this right now. That is quality. The amount of effort taken into every switch that's being manually crafted.
2845 f 1.8 lens, I guess the fastest full frame mirrorless lens ever made.
Now, with regards to Sigma, they have multiple options at all levels. They have something to cater to a lot of people. So, from the art series, there's the 51.4 and the 51.2. And from the contemporary series, there's also a 50 f2. So, if your need is to go around shooting quickly, I think the 50mm f2 is a great option. So, you have multiple lines. There's even the S line. So, Sigma has an offering for all different needs. And now to come back to the other line, the S line, the sports line. So you actually see a lot of zooms. For example, the 7200, it comes from the S line. So the reason for that, I would say, is the speed. Say I'm shooting with a 7200, either I'm shooting people, say an event, or I'm shooting some wildlife. That speed is very important to me. But this S line is actually a great option for those looking for speed. So whenever Sigma comes in, tells you that it's a contemporary lens, or it's from the sports lens, or it's from the art lens, it doesn't mean you're signing up for different levels of optical performance. Exactly. You're still getting a great optical performance, you're still getting a great shot, but it's aimed at different photographers. Exactly.
Every time when they make lens, either be an art or a contemporary, the optical performance of those lenses should be on the top condition is what they look at. Because consumers, when they get it, as photographers or videographers, when they get it, they do require that kind of an optical performance for whatever the budget they are looking at. Because whenever we say about now bringing up sports lens, we have something called optical image stabilization, which has been more concentrated. We have level 1, level 2 of optical stabilization, which is also giving one more added advantage to the consumers as well. So each and every lens are being designed carefully by Sigma for different consumers. But at the end of the day, the optical performance is something which Sigma hasn't compromised with, and which we were able to also discuss the same thing today at the stall as well.
Yeah, I happened to meet some people. The most common thing they were asking about me was, if I use a third-party lens on a camera brand, will the brand will be able to provide me proper warranty for that? So I told them, this brand provides you a proper warranty for 2 years, and Sigma is known for its reliability, first of all. So they don't compromise in terms of quality or warranty while targeting its consumers. Sigma is providing a proper warranty, and after sales support is excellent in Sigma.
Let's say you are an E-mount user and you have multiple art glass with you, multiple Sigma art glass with you that you would want to take forward to your L-mount system, which is possible because literally you can pick up any lens you want from the art line of glass from Sigma and you can have it converted. I don't think any other manufacturer or any other brand or third party could afford something like this or even close to this remotely, because this kind of saves money. At the same time, people get to experiment or even play with any kind of equipment they choose with, and they can always make a switch in the system at any point of time conveniently with top of the line lenses which is in the market. So this is something that was like exceptionally well done, and I felt like this could reach more people with this. The contemporary line, what I personally felt was like, catered towards the everyday camera carrying person, a street photographer, someone who wants to travel light, go hiking and learn photography through the magic of manually adjusting every single piece of control you have. A simple example would be the 45mm f2.8. You do have 50mm options, but why 45? Because the lens has a metal lens hood, man. Like, I don't see any other manufacturer doing this right now. That is quality. The amount of effort taken into every switch that's being manually crafted, that gives you that satisfaction every time you click through. It's something that will definitely migrate you towards the contemporary line of the lenses. And this is something that's missing out in a lot of other competition manufacturers, what I personally felt. And contemporary line has its own set of imperfections which add to the aesthetic value, but nothing against it, is something that I personally felt.
Today I am going for a camera system. As every photographer tells, okay, it's the lens which makes the image and not the camera behind the lens. So I choose what lenses I want from Sigma, which creates the style and look I want, and then go for the camera. I have some examples right before my eyes. This is what, like a 28-45 f 1.8 lens. I guess the fastest full frame mirrorless lens ever made. So there's a record here. This is a 15 mm f 1.4 diagonal fisheye lens. I really don't know if anybody makes a diagonal fisheye lens like this fast for a full frame mirrorless camera. And when I look at this lens, I'm not able to look past this lens, which is a 14 mm f 1.4, and I also imagine the 20 mm 1.4 and 24 mm 1.4, because all these four lenses were made for astrophotography. Can you imagine any brand making 4 fast lenses f 1.4 for doing astrophotography with the features to lock the focus, minimum astigmatism? Yeah, it is there. And as soon as the RF mount was released, they immediately made a APS-C lens for Canon. So it is also coming for different brands. Okay, you have a 50-1.2. It's a magical lens, and last 2 months I have been shooting with that lens on different cameras. I have been extremely happy with this. And when it comes to the price, you know what it is. Exactly. And Praneeth and Rahul were talking about the contemporary line of lenses. Like a lens like this could be big, art lens at open f 1.2 or 1.4 aperture. This is a 50 mm, for example. There's a 50 mm f2, there's a 45 mm 2.8. They're extremely small lenses but well built, and it is not a compromise on optics. And that said, Sigma still tries to give a difference between an art optics and a contemporary optics, and they give a magnetic lens cap and stuff like that, which is very good for a person on the move. Say I put a 50 mm f2 lens on a small mirrorless camera. Say I have a kit like 24 f2, 35 f2, 50 f2 and a 65 f2. I am packed in a very small camera. I can shoot anything, both filmmaking and photography. So this is the kind of lineup. This is kind of the different products. For example, in 50 it's 1.2, 1.4 f2, everything is available. In 35 it's a 1.2, 1.4 and f2 available. Who gives this kind of variety? And this is why I choose the lens first and then the camera. And if somebody calls Sigma a third party, I would think twice.
Definitely, very well put. Thank you so much.